Hey guys, what is up? Big Red Reviews here, back again with another video. Now, if you remember, I think it was a couple years ago, I did my Oscar predictions. I never got around to doing it again. I think I was out of town both times the predictions came out, but they actually just came out today, and it's going to be a big year for the Oscars. I just wanted to give my thoughts and who I think is going to win. If you know me, you kind of know who I'm rooting for, but this is not like my hardcore because I haven't seen all the movies, so this is not like my hardcore actually this is more like who I want to win, but also who I think will win based on some of the things I do know. So let's get into it. For actor in a leading role, we have Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Coleman Domingo for Rustin, Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers, Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer, Jeffrey Wright in American Fiction, and it's shocked that actually Zac Efron's not up here. From what I've heard, The Iron Claw actually got snubbed this year, which is kind of nuts. I haven't seen it, but from what I've been hearing, it's like one of those movies that why is that not on here? But I do think this is going to go to Cillian Murphy. This is going to be a tough year for Best Actor. I mean, as much as people shit on Bradley Cooper and say he is Oscar baiting, which I do think he is a little bit, he is still a great actor. Coleman Domingo has been so underrated for so long, and I'm so glad he's coming back. I know him from Fear the Walking Dead. I met him. My mom and him were like pretty close to the convention. They were like talking a lot. It was pretty funny, and to see him just blow up now is so good to see. Paul Giamatti has been one of the most underappreciated actors in our time, I feel like, and I'm glad that he is finally getting this recognition. And if I had to choose any of a real threat to Cillian Murphy, I do think it's gonna be Paul Giamatti. Cillian Murphy obviously is Oppenheimer, incredible performance. He's been underrated for a while now. I'm finally glad he's starting to get these roles. And Jeffrey Wright in American Fiction, I haven't seen it. I heard that movie's very good, but I know Jeffrey Wright's a phenomenal actor too. So this is a really strong category, I think. Now we're going to go on to actor in a supporting role. We have Sterling K. Brown, American Fiction, Robert De Niro, Kills of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling as Barbie, and Mark Ruffalo as Poor Things. Again, a really strong section here. Sterling K. Brown, I don't know much about him or that movie, like I said. Robert De Niro's Kills of the Flower Moon was an incredible performance. It's Robert De Niro. You know, he's going to get nominated in anything he does. He's just that good. Robert Downey Jr. is Oppenheimer. This is who I think is going to win. He is so deserving of this Oscar, and just seeing his performance in that role, especially after you've known him as Tony Stark for 10 years, is just phenomenal. Ryan Gosling as Barbie is up there too. I could see him winning if Robert Downey Jr. doesn't. He was a really good Ken in that movie, and he was a phenomenal performance. I love Ryan Gosling so much, but I do think Robert Downey Jr. will pull ahead. Mark Ruffalo's Poor Things was good, but compared to these other ones, I don't think he's gonna get it. But he is a phenomenal actor too. All right, now we have actress in a leading role. We have Annette Bening, sorry if I don't know how to say that, and Nyad, which I've never actually heard of. Lily Gladstone, Kills of the Flower Moon. This is who I'm giving it to. I love Lily Gladstone. Her acting is just so like special and unique. The way she can just say so much with like almost nothing. And this movie proves that throughout every second she's on screen. And she had some of the most memorable performances of this year for me. I don't really know the other ones besides Emma Stone, so I'm gonna have to give it to Lily Gladstone. But I'm sure they're all good. Actress in a supporting role: Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer, Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple, America, I don't know how to say her last name, for Barbie, Jodie Foster, Nyad, and Davine Joy Randolph in The Holdovers. I think this is going to Emily Blunt, or America for Barbie, because those were, first off, the only two I've seen, yes, but both their performances were really good. I really liked America and Barbie, and just her realizing slowly, like, and talking about the themes of the movie. But Emily Blunt in Oppenheimer was just really incredible. She really just sank into her role, and seeing her in the background a lot of the movie, and then finally towards the end she gets like her moments, like when they're in the courtroom and all that. I really love that. I really liked her, so I think Emily Blunt's gonna win it. If you guys can't understand yet, I do think Oppenheimer's sweeping the Oscars this year. I think we're gonna have another Everything Everywhere All at Once situation where they're gonna win almost all the awards, and it deserves it. Animated feature film: The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Nimona, Robot Dreams, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Come on, I think we're giving. I think it's gonna be Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. If it's not, then The Boy and the Heron. Elemental, if that's the one from Pixar, I don't know why that's up there. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is winning. It has to. If it doesn't win, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay. Cinematography: El Conde for Edward Lockman, Kills the Flower Moon, Rodrigo Prieto, Maestro. I'm not gonna say all the names. Poor Things, and Oppenheimer. I do think this comes down to Killers of the Flower Moon and Oppenheimer. I do think this might be one of the categories that Oppenheimer doesn't win for, just because Killers of the Flower Moon was like beautifully shot, like even more than Oppenheimer. So I do think Killers of the Flower Moon is going to get this one for cinematography. Costume design, we have Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Napoleon, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. This is a really stacked category. Oppenheimer had good costume design. Poor Things had really good costume design. Napoleon had phenomenal costume design. Barbie had great costume design. Killers of the Flower Moon. I think it's going to come down to Barbie or Napoleon, if I had to guess. And I do think it'll be Barbie, just because the costumes in that movie were great, and I really do think they deserve that. Directing, Anatomy of a Fall, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, The Zone of Interest. I am shocked that Greta Gerwig's not up here. She's a phenomenal director. I thought she did great with Barbie. Now, I do think out of these, though, I do think Christopher Nolan's going to get it. He's going to get his first Oscar for directing, finally. If not him, then Martin Scorsese. But I do think Christopher Nolan's going to beat him out. Documentary feature film, I'm just going to skip that because I don't know what that is. Documentary short film, or I know what it is, but I haven't seen any of these. We're going to film editing. Anatomy of a Fall, Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. Again, I heard Holdovers is really good. I think it's going to come down to Oppenheimer and Killers of the Flower Moon for this. And I think it's going to be Oppenheimer, just because the way like these scenes were edited together were so well done. But Killers of the Flower Moon had great editing. It always does. Because that's Thelma's the woman that Martin Scorsese used for years now. So I do think it'll be Oppenheimer, though. But if Killers of the Flower Moon wins, I wouldn't be shocked. Up in hairstyling, Golda, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. Oppenheimer, I do think Maestro will win, just because how they transform Bradley Cooper, or even Poor Things. I think out of those three. Music, we have American Fiction, Indiana Jones: The Dial of Destiny, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. I think it's gonna be Oppenheimer. Ludwig Göransson is one of the best score composers in our time, and I think he'll end up being ever. I mean, he started with Mandalorian, then he did Black Panther, then Mandalorian, and Oppenheimer's theme. Come on, it was just incredible. People were talking about it for months. They still talk about it. Killers of the Flower Moon was good. Dial of Destiny, movie aside, which I think the movie was fine. I don't think it deserved a lot of the hate it got. The score was really good. I mean, it's John Williams. You're never going to get a bad score out of him. But I do think Oppenheimer's going to win this. Music, original song, I think it's going to be Barbie for sure. I think it's going to be I'm Just Ken or What Was I Made For. I think What Was I Made For is going to win. Because I'm Just Ken was a really good song, and it was real choreographed. But What Was I Made For just really hit, especially in the big emotional moment of the movie. And it's a good song. I do think What Was I Made For will win. But if I'm Just Ken wins, I wouldn't be shocked either. Best Picture, stacked this year. American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Thing, in The Zone of Interest. I think it's going to be Oppenheimer. I think it really comes down to Oppenheimer and Killers of the Flower Moon this year, and probably The Holdovers. From what I've heard, Holdovers is phenomenal. But I do think Oppenheimer's going to win this year. I mean, it was just a rated R 3-hour character piece grossing almost $1 billion. And yeah, I know it had help from the Barbenheimer thing, but still. People were talking about this movie especially the ending, for weeks, and they still talk about it. I do think it's going to win. Production design, Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Napoleon, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. This is stacked. Because in all these movies, the production design was phenomenal. I could see Barbie winning it because of the large sets they made of the Barbie houses. I could see that. I could see Killers of the Flower Moon winning because of the whole towns they made. I could see Napoleon winning. I could see Oppenheimer winning for the Manhattan Project set and all these other sets he did. I could see Barbie winning this. I do think Barbie has a big chance to win this. If not, then Killers of the Flower Moon probably. And if Oppenheimer wins, I wouldn't be shocked either, but I think it comes down to Barbie and Killers of the Flower Moon. Animated short film, haven't seen it. Live action short film, haven't seen it. We have The Creator, Maestro, Mission Impossible, Oppenheimer, The Zone of Interest. I think it's Oppenheimer. I did hear The Creator had really good sound design, but Oppenheimer. I mean, come on. The scenes of just fusion and all this stuff working around when they're talking, it's got to be Oppenheimer. Visual effects. The creator, Godzilla -1, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Mission Impossible, and Napoleon. Wow. The creator had really good VFX. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 had some of the best effects I've seen in Marvel, especially in the past couple years. And Mission Impossible always has good CGI. I think Godzilla -1 is going to take this. I'm shocked Godzilla -1 hasn't gotten more nominations, honestly. That movie was phenomenal. They only had like a $30 million budget, and that was some of the best CGI I've seen, especially when he's like swimming in the water. I do think Godzilla -1 is going to take this, so hopefully. Adapted screenplay. American Fiction, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Zone of Interest. Oppenheimer. Come on. I didn't know Barbie was an adapted screenplay. I thought it was a original, but Oppenheimer's winning this. Come on. Christopher Nolan, let's get it. And finally, we have writing, original screenplay, which I haven't seen. So that kind of wraps up the awards. Let me know what you guys think down below. Oppenheimer, this is one of the most awarded films ever in Oscars history, and I'm expecting them to pretty much sweep almost every category. So let me know what you guys think down below, who's going to win, whatever, if it could be Best Actor, Best Picture. Let me know if you agree with me, disagree, and we'll probably meet up again when the Oscars come around. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. Bye-bye.